Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Pull Up Three. I think this is the third, or is it the fourth? I don't know numbers anymore.
Three, I think it's third. Yeah.
Oh, we've tried to record like this. Yeah, okay. Um, well, yeah, welcome to another episode of Pull Up Three. I am Paragon Dunn,
I'm Jamae.
And I'm Jay Trent.
and today, this will be more college basketball oriented. I know a lot of stuff that we ended up talking about last time was the WNBA draft and more WNBA expansion and other things. This will be more college basketball, women's college basketball oriented because men's college basketball is trash. Um, so um, I know they've gotten more, or y'all talking about they've gotten more into conference play the last couple weeks. What are some of the things that y'all have noticed in these last couple of weeks?
Yesterday. So they wrapped up non-conference. Um, and I don't know. I like conference play because I feel like in a lot of the non-conference games we've seen, a lot of teams will play more mid-majors. It's a little bit for the most part, they're a little bit less competitive. They play less competitive teams, obviously, to help their wins and losses. I don't know what that's called right now, record, to help their record, and because that's something they look at to get into March Madness. But now that it's conference play, like people playing their peers, you can't really run from it. So it's about to get exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited about conference play because I look at it the same in all sports. Like that sort of interconference, interdivision rivalry, like in any sport, it's automatically more competitive. Like there's something like it activates something in the players and the coaches. Like you wanna win. Like I know we're gonna get to uh UCLA and USC later, but like that that rivalry runs deep and like they it's been looking pretty one-sided as of late. So I'm excited because going forward, they're like that both teams are gonna get up for that matchup, just like they did in this one. And with them both being top 10 ranked teams, you know that you're gonna get a great game every time they play.
And they play again in like 3 weeks. So I'm trying to see if USC gonna try to get it back in blood. Like, I don't know. It was really close, but we'll get there. Or do we want to start there?
We we uh we can start there if that's what y'all want to go ahead and get into that.
That's fine.
Okay, so UCLA is number 2, right? Honestly, my just like watching everybody play, I would not be shocked if it's UCLA and South Carolina the in the championship matchup. Obviously, how things fall matters, but I would not be like, those are my top 2 teams right now. I think AP gets it right with them being 1 and 2. Because UCLA, like Lauren Betts, I don't know, Tara Vanderveer, the coach for Stanford, I know she's a legendary coach, but for Stanford to have Lauren Betts on the bench and to not play that lady, she's damn near, I'm gonna look up her stats, but she's damn near averaging a double-double right now. And it's only been 1 year. So it's not like you're not going to convince me she made this huge jump over the summer. So that lady's
All right.
not seeing heaven, number 1. But 2, I appreciated that USC kind of kept it close, though, because at first I kind of thought UCLA was just going let's go dog walk them for real. They have JuJu, and JuJu proved to me that she is in fact that girl. But I was like, what UCLA gonna do with Lauren? What they gonna do? I mean, and it started out that way. And then JuJu said, wait a minute, like, not too much, not too much.
She definitely she ain't want to, she wanted to go down swinging, like even if it looked like it was gonna end up being too much for her.
Which I appreciate about her, like, cause she really like that first quarter, like I think what UCLA went on like 11-0 run or something. And I just like happened to look at the score and I was like, oh, I'm gonna cut the game on. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't because USC is about to fold in front of our faces. And then I looked again and I was like, oh, JuJu she cooking. So shout out to her for real though, because to be a freshman, like a real freshman, and to just be able to kind of still play your game, even though like you're being defended by Kiki Rice and Charisma Osborne, and like they ain't no slouches. So to really like, freshman of the year her already, and like almost, maybe player of the year too. I don't know.
She's probably gonna walk to that. And I hate that because I know we're gonna get into freshmen later too. But Juju has been otherworldly for like she really doesn't look like it's her first year playing college basketball.
Like at all. Like she plays with this poise about herself that like even if the game is not going her way, it's like almost like she's determined to get hers. Like she said, I'm leaving here with something. So man, like we're gonna have to put some JuJu highlights because she's in her game too. Is to me not super flashy, so it just kind of makes you be like, she just could like.
It's crazy because right now she is second in NCAA in scoring. I know we talked about freshmen for a little bit, but funny enough, there are 3 freshmen in top 10 in scoring in the NCAA women's basketball right now. JuJu Watkins is second. She averages 26.8 points a game.
One of them's Talia Scott, right?
Yeah, gotta be Talia.
Yes, yeah. So
Yeah.
Hannah is third. Hannah Hidalgo is third. She averages 24.5. And then Talia Scott averages 23 exactly. And then also Hannah is by far leading NCAA in steals with 6 a game.
I've never,
very nasty.
What? And they're real steals too. Like they're not like somebody else like deflected it. No, like Hannah works for every last one of them. Like every last one of them. It's scary. Wow. Love her.
Down. I know the girls who play her hair because it is absolutely insane. Just the way that she's like, and we talk about players defensively, and like a lot of people prosper more on ball than off ball, more off ball than on ball. But she seems like she's so adept at both and getting steals either way, at the very least. And I can only imagine how frustrating that has to be. Like I can't move where I want to off the ball, and I can't even dribble in front of you if I wanted to. So yeah, it's she is wonderful. But yeah, this is an insane freshman class.
Yeah. Back to UCLA for a second. London Jones had an incredible game. 21 points, 7 boards, hit 5 threes. Like and knowing that, this was if I remember correctly, this was UCLA's first home game of the season against a ranked team. So they of course undefeated. So I think it was their 4th game against a ranked opponent. But this was so for their first home game of the season against a ranked team to be against a conference opponent like USC, it means a little bit more. So um so of course, the crowd is sold out. All the fans, the students, everybody's up for that. So putting on that kind of performance, in addition to Lauren Betts giving you 15 and 8, Kiki Rice having 12 points, Charisma Osborne having 10, 5, and 6 is like that was just an all around great performance from UCLA to put away a very important opponent. And I do think they play again in 2 weeks, so I'm ready for that.
There was this guy on Twitter who was talking about how like UCLA should be number one. It's been a whole thing. But he made me mad because he was like, JuJu was pedestrian, and I was like, dude, she got a double. Like, she had 27 and 11. I'm sorry. I know the efficiency wasn't there, but to be a freshman and to be y'all main focus, what do you mean by that? And it made me matter because I said, okay, well, Charisma Osborne and Kiki Rice had the same efficiency. And he was like, well, they were pedestrian too. I'm like, are you being dead ass? Because Charisma Osborne, I know there's like, people wanted her to like go to the draft last year. But she's like, I don't know. I think I kind of like her with this group because I feel like too, like she's better to able to show her point guard skills. And like to have a team to like maybe even get close to winning a championship, I would stay too. But in that first quarter, especially like Charisma was making JuJu work. Like she had like 2 back-to-back steals, and I think that's when JuJu was like, okay, like now I need to do something else because I cannot just keep letting this girl like run me over. Like, and Charisma was like not, letting up. And like, I don't know, I just feel like that shows that they're competitor and like even these conversations sometimes about efficiencies just like get so fucking silly because it's like, okay, she had a double. I don't care nothing about her shooting 28%. Like her team literally lost by like 7 points, bro. Like don't talk to me about no fucking efficiency when she put the team on her back. Like I don't want to hear it.
I will say I think I feel like in college basketball efficiency is kind of overrated to a degree. Like people really not shooting 50% really, like very rarely. And most of the people you play with are not playing at the next level. Like they just don't have capabilities. Like someone has to put the ball in that basket. You shouldn't go out there and shoot 20% every night. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, like you need someone who wants to go get that. And I think in college, not everyone wants to go get that. And I think it's important to have someone who is willing to take the shots that other people want or other people can't have, like don't have the capabilities to take. I think another thing, the crazy thing about pointing out JuJu's efficiency when it comes to, we talked about Caitlin Clark. Wonderful, amazing. When she shoots 13 for 29, it'd be, don't nobody say nothing because it's like, she be having her double doubles and she be having her 30. It's like, all right, well, even though she shot like shit, it worked out. So I don't know. It's kind of funny when that gets brought up and when it doesn't.
Okay, so I've felt this way for a while. It's not, and like you said, especially when it comes to college basketball, but for basketball in general, efficiency is overrated. Okay, field goal percentage is overrated. When you're watching a basketball game, I want to see the way to like you calling plays, right? I want to see the way the play breaks down. I want to see the process. Did the process turn out with you getting a good shot? If you got a good shot, if you feel comfortable coming back, running that same play again, running that same action, getting that same player off a screen in the space, cutting to the basket. If you got a shot, if you got a good shot, I do not care if you made it or not. I do not care. Because eventually, if your process is right, the results will follow.
Get him, coach.
Like that's because you care. That's because you actually care about watching basketball. Like that's because you actually like because you actually watch the game. That's like, and you're not just looking at the stat sheet. Like sometimes I find myself like kind of shocked, like watching the game, and then you go look at the stat sheet, and you'd be like, God damn, they didn't get no points, or they didn't like get no steals, and it's like they were really impactful, but like it's not really showing up on the stat sheet. So like I don't know what's going on there, but again, like you're actually watching the game and you care about the like nobody like it matters to some degree. Like you don't want somebody chucking up 40 shots if you don't have to, right? But to me, I feel like that's more of a like a coach's problem. If your star player has to shuck up 40 shots, you need to be writing some new fucking plays so that somebody else can get involved. Somebody else can get the shot that they want. Like you are watching these girls in practice every day. Like if that person can only hit a mid-range, pull out the clipboard. Let's start running some screens. Like let's do something different so that they can get a better shot. Like
right, like you should be able to get your players to their spots. Like, and yeah, you know that the defense is scheming for that. So you say when they do this, you got to have a counter for the counter. That's what coaching is about. That's what basketball is about. So if you got like if to think about it, when you watching the game, how many times you see a game be like you watch a play like, oh, that was a great pass. Somebody's open, they miss. You're just like, oh, okay, well, that's a good shot though. Like you
yeah.
can look at somebody's efficiency and talk about how many times they miss, but how many times are you looking at those shot attempts and being like, oh, that was a bad shot? Like there's a difference between watching the game and being like, okay, that was a bad attempt. We maybe need to cut those out. Like there's a difference between that and then just looking at a box score and was saying, oh, you didn't play well because you shot whatever for whatever.
And along with Jermaine's point about coaching, I think that's a lot of the stuff that people bring up with Iowa in particular. I think a lot of time on the outside looking in, people try to look at it as an indictment on Clark, and that has never been the indictment on Clark because that is not her fault. Like if her coach is scheming for her to shoot 30 times a game, then she can only do what she is asked to do, and she's very good at it, mind you. But the fact that her coach has her do that and these other girls are not taking double-digit shot attempts, or they'll have games where no one else scores in double digits, it's like this is not sustainable, for one. And two, it's like I don't see how, especially in college when like you have to recruit players and whatnot, it's like I don't see how you can convince someone to be like, come here and I will help you
Stand in the corner.
grow. I will help you grow as a player when the one person that has worked is just generational and everyone else is just kind of like, yeah, like Jay said, like just go ahead and stay in this corner. And if you get the ball, I don't know. I don't know if you're going to touch it or not, but you might. Just be ready because you might.
Is it look? You better stay ready because
You better have them hands ready. I don't know.
She the whole offense. She the whole offense. But if she kick it to you, you better knock it down and you going to the bench.
It's just so crazy because that's really what some of these teams looks like. Like, and from a recruit, this is how I know coaches don't even be recruiting people. They just be waiting to see who's gonna show up at their doorstep. Like, no, ma'am, you need to look at what these people can do. Like, it's just no reason why, like, this should be a thing. And of course, there are players who want to, who want to be a one-man show, who want to like just do everything. But like most people like want to win a championship. Like most people have bigger aspirations to just not be like a leading scorer. So like you need to have some personnel that can do something, like something.
And that's why with recruiting, like I feel like a coach should be, when they recruiting, they're like you can look at prospect rankings. This player is ranked number 1 in the country. This one's number 3 in the country. This is like, if I were to get both of them, do their skill sets complement each other? Or am I gonna have one of them taking a back seat at doing something that they do well because we're clashing? And for me, if I'm recruiting, I'm saying, okay, if my star player is a playmaker and a shooter, I need somebody that can set screens. I need somebody that can cut to the basket. I need somebody that can get rebounds. Somebody that can shoot threes in the corner. Like, you need to be looking for those pieces to add to your team if you're trying to win a championship.
And honestly, I really don't think the girls be wanting to win a championship. I just think that they just, they just need to like do so good. You know what I'm saying? Like what's his name? West is not Westmore, that's not his name. The coach for NC State. That man has been working there for like a long time. Like 10 years. And your claim to fame is beating Dawn Staley? Hell, you don't want to win. You just want to be Dawn Staley. And that's sad. I mean, that's good because she is an icon, but that's sad. And like I feel like there are so many coaches out there that's like, well, yeah, I beat UConn that one year. Hello? Like, can you do something else? Can you recruit a good team? Like, when the last time you won a conference championship? Like, just do something else. I don't know. It's sad, honestly.
Now, on the other hand,
his name is Westmore, by the way.
Yeah,
it is Westmore. Okay.
Yeah. On the other hand, like some coaches, like you should have, like, every team is not a championship or bust team, and that's okay. But like, where y'all goals at? Like, what is your goal for the season? Like, you can't be like, oh, I don't care about making the tournament. Why not? Shouldn't you want to try for that? Like, if you're not a, consistently, like, let's say, oh, we got this many ranked opponents on our schedule this year. We want to be competitive in those games. We want to win a couple of those games. It's like you got to be striving for something. Everybody doesn't have the aspiration to win a championship.
Yeah, and I think that another thing about that is like you said, you have to have some type of goals, you have to have some type of aspiration. And I honestly think the main thing every year is like, even if because everyone just can't be UConn, everyone can't be South Carolina, everyone can't be these top schools. A lot of these schools are not going to get top ranked players, or not. A lot of these people are not going to get championship caliber players. Like, it is what it is. But a lot of these people get these certain things, like the NC State coach, he beat Dawn Staley. Sometimes people get these unlikely wins against top teams, and these coaches get paid, and then they can hang their hat on these things for a very long time before anything happens to them. Like, they can just kind of coast and not recruit well and not, run a team well and just lose. But it's like, oh, I did this with this 7 years ago, and I'm getting paid. I don't know what's gonna happen with them, but I'm good. And it's just, right. And then this reputation follows them around. If they go to another school, it's like, oh, we just got a new coach. He beat such and such and such a long time ago. And it's like, what else can you do?
Yeah, like, you have to have, like, you should have goals for every season, whether it's championship or not. You should have goals for every season, but there has to be new ones every season. Like, It's like, yeah, you got this big win over this top ranked team, but now what? Like, what you gonna do this year? What you looking to do next year? Because how many times can you bring recruits in and say, "Oh, I beat this team this many years ago"? Like, eventually, you got to move on and say, "Okay, this is what we're looking to do now."
I also worry how many of these coaches aren't necessarily honest about what their goals are. Like, I can imagine they might be telling these players, "Oh, we have aspirations to, win conference championships and the NCAA championship," and knowing damn well, like inside, these coaches feel like we don't have a chance to do this. But if I
Hmm.
can convince them to come, I'm set for a certain amount of time. So it's like, you know,
Yeah,
uh, but I only can imagine what happens in the background of recruiting. I know for a fact that's the whole thing. So you know,
yeah. That's why I don't feel bad when players transfer, because because this is like, imagine you get in there and you be like, "Oh wait, nah, they sold me a dream with this. Let me get out of here and go somewhere else where I can either be somewhere with some more pedigree or get some more playing time, get some more usage, get ahead of ball in my hand, something."
I've never felt
But
bad about players transferring in any sport. And like these coaches used to get so mad. It's like, y'all made promises and such and such and such. It's like coaches leave all the time. Like coaches go somewhere and they're getting paid like to stay somewhere or do something. But for a long time, these kids weren't getting paid at all. So it's like y'all are mad at these teenagers having an iota uh control over how their college career goes. And for most of them, it's only going to be 4 years. That is not a lot of time. It's like I have these goals that I want to do in my 4 years, and I feel like they're being wasted here. And you mad at me because I want to leave because you bullshit? That's very crazy.
yeah, for sure.
But um, wow, I think Janae is on her break.
I'm here. We're good.
Oh, I said you was on your break. Like we had a shift. Um, I wanted to talk about some of the what y'all consider some of the underrated teams or players, and then what you consider some of the overrated teams and
Mm,
players.
okay.
I'm looking at the AP top 25. I'm just going to top 10. It's South Carolina, UCLA, NC State, Iowa, Colorado, Baylor, LSU, Stanford, USC, Texas, uh, and it's basically the same way in the coaches poll. Um, is there anyone that you feel like shouldn't be there, or maybe they should be higher, or anything like that?
Hmm. In the top 10?
Ooh, actually, I can share my screen. Y'all see this?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Honestly, in the top 10, I feel like everybody in the top 10 is fair. Um, I think the top 10 is fair because I do think there are questions, sometimes for a few of them, but I think the thing that I have to remember is that like none of these teams are gonna be like perfect. They're not like every team is not gonna have like everything that they need. Um like teams obviously have flaws, but I think in general, like I think this is a pretty fair list. Like they've yeah, I think this is like the top 10 at least is pretty fair.
Um,
Well, I'm about to say, like Jay was
I
still
I see
contemplating.
I see how far my Buckeyes have fallen, but it's by
Ohio
it's by
State
their
should be ashamed, Jay. They should be
it's
ashamed.
it's by their own doing, because I had so much stock in y'all. I had so much stock in y'all. It's okay. It's okay. We'll bounce back. I'm saying we because I'm an honorary Buckeyes fan for the next like 2 months because I put too much stock in them. I need them to get it together.
Dude, do you know I was just about to ask how you became an Ohio State fan? I was like, you're an Atlanta Dream fan, an Atlanta Hawks fan, and Atlanta Falcons fan. Where did Ohio State come from? But okay, this just sounds like
I
you had
just
an
like
agenda
yeah,
that needs this that
yeah,
needs to be completed. I understand that.
yeah.
Okay, well, let me look at. I pulled up some of like the stats for like points per game, all that stuff. So these
Girl, Lucy Olsen, next Villanova legend.
put this on. Yes, I can.
Looking at this list though, most of these, like, I don't know who this Izzy person is.
Shout out
Izzy
to
Higginbottom.
I have not seen Arkansas State play.
shout out to my alma mater, Georgia Southern. I was not expecting to see. I was not.
Root for them. I think they've been doing all right.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, I'm always gonna be rooting for my school that I went to. The men's team is a disaster right now. That's the only way to put it. But yeah, shout out to them. Definitely rooting for them at the very least.
Honestly, I'm a Hannah Hidalgo fan, Elisa Peely, Tanaya Lasson, of course, Yvonne Yajim from Gonzaga. Gonzaga, I am predicting will make it to the Sweet 16. I'm not gonna talk about that lady. Ayoka Lee, my girl, she be
Who
hooping.
is?
You know
May
what?
I ask who that lady is?
Y'all know who that lady is. I still don't see the vision. I will not be supporting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
My bad.
Sorry to that woman, but I cannot. I still do not see the vision.
So when we talk about overrated players, is that someone you're going to be talking about, or
She is at the top of my list. I just can't. I just need. I don't. I can't. I can't. I don't see it. She just her game. She just makes me mad. Like I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, we'll get into that. It's also funny looking at this list, and I keep seeing Peely, and I know we talked about her not really being 6'2", but like this shit really says 6'2". Like this is very crazy.
There is no way. I know we're not getting to this again, but there's no way. There's no way.
There's no possible way that lady is 6'2". But it's like this just says she's 6'2" for real. This is rebounds per game.
Taylor Poppin Barger be like that lady be rebound her ass off. Well, she had like 2 games at least where she had like 19 rebounds or something crazy.
I don't know who Lauren Destin is, but she is leading by a very large margin.
15.
15.6, and the next closest person is at 12.7. That is a lot.
That's crazy. Cameron Brink, Sedona Prince. I don't really know all these other people.
Taryn Ward, Georgia Southern. We up here again. Shout out to her. Shout out to her because she 5'11". She 5'11", averaging 10 boards.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, there's someone averaging that's 5'10", averaging 10.6. So it's 5'10" and 5'11" are back to back averaging over 10 rebounds a game.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, Mia Moore from UAB is at
5'8", averaging 10 rebounds a game. I'm trying to find the shortest person out here.
Kiera Wheeler for Norfolk State, man. I love her game so bad. Like that lady, like trench baby for real, like beginning out of the mud. Like I can't like I really hope she get drafted next year. Like Lord, send her to the WNBA, please.
This is assists per game.
I feel so bad for Rory. She was hooping, bro. That lady was
Yeah,
hooping.
yeah, I hated that. Like an injury in practice is that's terrible
Speedy recovery for her, most certainly.
for sure.
Also, shout out to Miss Mamas from Utah. Her, now she's not really a scoring girl, but the way she be like holding Utah together, I feel like it's very underrated. Very underrated.
Jalen Sherrod.
Also, my girl, love
Oh,
her.
There's
yeah.
a girl.
Oh,
Abby
she's
Beeman is 5'4".
Raven Johnson, love her down. Who else on here?
The tallest person on here is 6'2", it looks like. I don't hope I'm saying this
So
correctly.
Addie Brown, right under Jalen Sherrod. She's a freshman. She's gonna be so good. The Iowa State little freshman duo, they be cooking low key. They be cooking. And they weren't so young, they could have beat Iowa.
She's 6'2", and number 14, Zay Green, is 6'2". She's averaging 6.4 a game.
Yeah, you said they might be Iowa. Well, they might have beat Iowa if they weren't so young. Next year it might be Raps. Because it ain't like I don't see I don't see another recruiting class walking through that door. So
Caitlin Clark's not walking through those doors.
Nah, they're gonna be so good next year. Like you can tell that the game they lost this year was just because that like the one girl was just shooting the ball. Like I don't think they, was feeling composed, But next season, they gonna get them.
This is blocks per game. This is a lot. 4 blocks a game is a lot.
it is. That's nuts actually. Like
I see a guard.
Who you see on here?
Michigan State. Yeah.
She was hooping.
2.5.
She was hooping the other night. Ashlyn Watkins. Woo! Lauren Ware is pretty good too. And she's like, wait, is that her? No, okay, that's not the same girl. She's pretty good too. Ayoka Lee, of course. Olivia Olsen from Providence. She be low-key hooping. She be low-key putting Providence on her back. I mean, they got to get it together, but they be hooping. I love that. They one of my little mid-major teams I be watching.
So it looks like the shortest person on this list is Jaden Donovan at Duke. She is 6 foot even, averaging 1.85 blocks a game.
She's spicy.
I know we're gonna talk about freshmen later, so I'm gonna bring her up again. But real quick, I wanted to mention Quinera Morgan, the center from Mississippi State. The last game against Mississippi Valley State, she had 14, 13, and 6 blocks. So
that's disgusting.
Interested to see because I think they play South Carolina in like 3 days, so I'm interested to see that.
Hey, no, really quick. This is unrelated. We need to send prayers to Mississippi Valley State. Their coach has them absolutely in the trenches, and they every week they just been getting their asses beat, and I'm sorry, I need girls to win a game. If they don't come out of I don't even remember what conference they're in. Are they in the SWAC? I don't remember what conference they're in, but I need them to win something because it's getting sad.
And then this is steals. We already knew Hannah was going to be top. Like I said, six steals a game. Very, very nasty. As a freshman.
Be working. That's what I be talking about.
60.
Danae McNeil was pretty good too. I watching
South Carolina. I see Inez Vieira from Utah.
Again,
yeah.
I see NCAAWB on here. Number 14.
All right, man. I need some Morrow.
And Plongé, wow. Jordan Harrison from West Virginia. West Virginia is one of my underrated teams. I need to see them do a little bit more, but they're one of my underrated teams.
I'm not sure who Raven Ray Redmond is, but that's a great name. I will say that right now. That is a great name. Her parents went crazy. Them niggas cooked. Oh my goodness. But yeah, those are some stats to look at.
Okay, so go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say real quick, we could talk about the beating of biblical proportions. For those who do not know, and I had to screenshot this because I had a feeling they would delete this. And they did in fact delete this. Grambling State beat the College of Biblical Studies 159-18. I'm pretty sure it is the largest loss in NCAA basketball history, men or women. They also posted at the end, "Amen" with the prayer hands, and whoever the powers that be made them delete it. And I wish they did not, because it was super funny.
You got to keep that up there. Like, I know why you take it down. I know why you take it down, but you got to keep that up there.
No,
Like,
that was legitimately one of the funniest captions I've ever seen after a team beat somebody. It was so simple and to the point. And
like if you just like amen with a prayer hand after beating anybody is nuts. But like specifically after beating the College of Biblical
College of
Studies.
Biblical Studies, I have to look up, what is this? I mean,
I don't
it's
even
in the name, but at the same time,
like, where is it?
College of Biblical. How did they get on this on the schedule? It's in Houston, Texas. It's a private 4-year. How do you continue to play basketball after this?
Well, it doesn't seem like they were playing much basketball beforehand. If you're losing by this much, like there was probably a lot of Bible study going on, probably not a lot of practicing. I can't even blame the girls for real. I can't even blame them because, like, you're playing against Grambling, like you playing against, like, these girls been in the gym. It's like they probably went in the gym like that. Like, I know they don't have, they're not gonna have, high recruits or anything. They probably just wanted to play basketball. It's probably just that, and they they a beat down like this is
They were losing 82-10 at half. Like,
yeah.
I just don't see how you come out the locker room after that. I need to.
What do you say? Like, what do you say? What do you say in the huddle? Like during the timeout, you're just like, look, y'all go rock out. Like, I'm sure it has to get to the point where um you go to the end of the bench and be like, hey, y'all want to play too? Like, we might as well. This game been over. Like, you could have had a first half team and a second half team. Like, anything. Something to make this interesting for y'all. Because I don't even like, even if you rooting for Grambling, I don't know how you can watch that.
It's also like, I'm trying to find if they have a sports page, because I have to know what they posted at the end of this game. Because I know how Philly just, like, after we beat them in Game 7 last year, they just never posted the score. I wonder if they even posted this, because I wouldn't. I don't. Because
Yeah,
what
I
do you
need to
say?
know.
There's no way they
I
have
need to
a
know.
women's basketball account. Like, it's just no way that they have no, they can't. Like nobody's making graphics for them. I'm sorry. It's just
That's not. You mean to tell me God didn't tell them to make a women's basketball page?
no. They too much time in maths. Like it's not.
That wasn't God's will to make a women's basketball page.
141. You lost by 141.
It's like, you know, I'm be tweeting the stats out, and when I was like tweeting the stats for this game, I was like, oh, like they had 2 people with 10 points, and I was like, no, they had 2 people with 10 turnovers. 10 turnovers from 2 people is insane. Like,
Hold on.
first of all, they had 57 turnovers, bro. No, like y'all are laughing.
Hold on.
They shot 7% from the floor. You didn't even try. Like, I'm sorry, they did try, but no, they shot 7% from 3. They shot 18% from the floor. My bad. But it was even more egregious is that they shot 7% from the free throw line. These are free points. Free points. Like nobody's defending you. They probably won't even scream it in there because what do you scream at? They're already losing. Like, I don't know.
57 turnovers.
Bro, I need the box score so bad. I can't find it. Hold on.
And it was crazy because okay.
I found it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people on Gramblings' team had double-digit points.
Hold on, let me. I'm about to share my screen so we can all rejoice together. Because this is what God wanted. So this was his will. So
just nasty. Just nasty.
One person with 4 points, one person with 0, one person with 8, one person with 3, and one person with 3. They shot 8 for 43 from the field, 1 for 13 from 3, 1 for 14 from the free throw line, 15 defensive rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds, 20 rebounds as a whole, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 57 turnovers, and 14 fouls. 2 people only played 8 minutes. To be honest, if I was at the end of the bench, I'd be pissed. Because in a game where we getting beat, we was getting beat by 70 at halftime. I can only play 8 minutes this game? What do you mean?
Let me get some run. It's like I know y'all not trying to mount a comeback. Let me get in here. Let me do something. Somebody record me so I can put it somewhere. Like
one girl on the team played 39 minutes. This was not necessary.
Yeah. like I really don't think this is I really don't think that's
I think there needs to be a lawsuit.
I don't think they did her any favors by making her play the whole game.
there needs to be some type of lawsuit about that because there's no reason that she should have played 39 minutes.
Like
I think the coach has something against her because this is OD.
Like imagine, think about it. Like imagine where her plus minus would be.
She had 10 turnovers. She should have been in the game anyway. Like with 3 shots.
Wait. I just noticed something. One of the girls with 8 minutes. Okay, so the girl that played 39 minutes, she had 10 turnovers. One of the girls that played 8 minutes had 7 turnovers.
That's why she only got 8 minutes.
But still, though, we're getting beat by 100 plus. Let me turn the ball over. What's there to lose?
More turnovers.
We were done in the first quarter. We were done 6 minutes into the game. Can I really not turn the ball over at this point? Does it matter?
They scored 46 points. Like, I honestly want to kind of go back and watch the game just to see, maybe
No, if there's any way to watch this game, we will watch this together because I need to see this. But the girl who had most of the points, she played 34. So it's like, why did they let this girl who didn't score anything plays 39 minutes? And honestly,
I'm
I think
trying
it's
to.
pettier that they made her play 39, not 40. Because at that point, why'd you sit me?
Yeah, just keep me in here. Right.
If you're not gonna let me get no break, don't let me get this fake ass break.
I I'm trying to think of. I'm trying to look at this and determine like what the most egregious thing about this is, and I think it's the fact that the team as a whole made one free throw. I think it's that.
It's the free throws
Yeah,
are definitely the most egregious part, bro. Like, come
yeah.
on.
it's
Like y'all
it's
had come on.
it's definitely either the 1 for 14 from the free throw line or the 7 turnovers in 8 minutes. I honestly cannot decide which one is worse.
Bless her heart.
And
This
bless
this
her
is
heart, indeed.
yeah.
Because who's? I just wonder, like, the athletic director scheduled this and we're just like,
They
yeah,
clearly need the money. Like, I don't know whatever
Yeah.
Graham paid them,
them
I
ties
hope
not cutting it.
I hope it was worth it.
Them ties
Because
not cutting it.
this is this is ridiculous, bro. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
If you get beat this bad when you like you grow up, you have kids, whatever, do you tell them that you played basketball at a certain point?
No, because you didn't.
No. Yeah, like you
Like
didn't play. You was
there
mm-mm.
was a game. There was a game. But
No, no, no. Not that. Do you tell
no.
them you played this game? Do you tell them you played basketball at all? Because I feel like if you tell them you played basketball at all, they're
They gonna
inevitably
start
going to
no,
find this.
right, right. Because then they gonna get curious and they gonna start looking stuff up, and then they gonna come up to you and ask you what happened on, and then you have to just
You
you have
get
to
Like
just
shut
shut
how
it
do you
down.
down.
how do you explain to your kid that you played 8 minutes and had 7 turnovers? Like you
I know they get Vietnam War flashbacks.
this just you
This
can't.
is
Sorry. It's just no way to explain. Sorry to them girls. UConn beating the fuck out of Creighton. That's insane. Not really, but a little bit. Um, TCU might be Baylor.
oh that'll be something. Wait.
That'll be interesting, because you know, I'm glad Baylor had her top 10, but sometimes when I'm watching them, I'm just like, what we doing? What's the vision? Shout out Sarah Andrews though, because she be shooting the lights out. And they got some hustlers, but I'd be like, what we doing?
7-5
L?
for Sedona Prince.
You said she got 75.
Yeah, 7-5.
Oh, she okay, so don't know. They've lost, but damn. Okay, no, we need to really look and see how many times they've scored more than 50 points.
So
We need to look.
their first game on October the 28th, they scored exactly 50. They lost by 55. They played Xavier University and lost 94-22. They played Huston Tilson University and lost by, is that 86? If I can do math? No, I think that's 87. I don't
That's
know if I
Easy
can
getting
do math.
segment. Yeah.
this is egregious. I can't.
They played them again and lost 81-35. So they closed the gap a little bit. They scored more points and other teams scored less. So they was getting right. Um, then they lost 52-91. They played Ozark Christian College. Um, then they played Randall University. This was the closest game they've had. It was 57-80. They have not posted this Grambling State University score.
Me either. Cause like y'all well, I mean, obviously they've been no, this is their most embarrassing one. I wouldn't post it either. Because that's embarrassing.
Yeah,
Like what?
losing by 141. I don't think you can top that. I
I
don't
gotta
think
Yeah.
so.
see. Okay.
2 minutes.
Damn, it's
That's
not
the
like
same girl who played 8 minutes, I think. Oh, they only had 35 turnovers this time. That was good. Oh,
And they were 5 for 8. on free throws. So I don't know what it was in this other game.
Yeah, maybe they just had a bad day. They just
I'm
had a
pretty
really,
sure
really
I'm
bad
pretty
day.
sure that when you get beat that bad from jump, I'm sure it's hard on your mind.
A
Yeah,
little bit.
I think they said the game. I think they said the game started out like 34-0. Like I'm sure you probably just like okay whatever. Like I'm pretty sure you just decide that this game is over at that point.
Yeah, I don't need to participate any further. Sorry to them girls, man. Sorry to them
Yeah,
girls.
It's the same one. I don't know. Oh, yeah, they got the wrong thing for this because this is for the 87-35 game, but I can't move. I need this to move.
Not you know not know how to use a computer.
I'm an old man.
It's getting sad. Y'all too young for that shit.
Am I the oldest?
Probably. And you
Whoa,
still too
whoa,
young
whoa,
for that
whoa,
shit.
whoa, 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 whoa. That wasn't necessary. Probably like that was crazy. Like you made this like I'm geriatric or something, or like I'm just like,
I mean,
what do you mean?
guess we'll never know.
That's so crazy. We all supposed to be besties.
Mm-hmm. 0-6 in the conference. This is terrible.
Why does stats page do this? This is a
All
nasty.
home games will be held at Fallbrook Church. So
yeah. See, they ain't even they're not even
they're not even
practicing for real.
serious. They're not
Yeah,
serious.
yeah. I can't even
Wait, hold
put
on,
this
hold
on
on,
them.
hold on, hold on, hold on. I gotta click on this recruiting questionnaire.
Do you believe in God? Okay, no. Mom's name.
The date of birth, home church.
Church is crazy.
Relatives that have attended this school.
Intended major, biblical studies, biblical counseling, organizational leadership, women's ministry, biblical studies plus biblical counseling, biblical studies plus Christian leadership, Espanol.
In Spanish.
Biblical studies plus biblical counseling plus Christian leadership. Height. High school stats.
You cannot come if you under 4'11".
College stats, if a transfer. Who is transferred here? Bro, this is a lot of. I gotta submit game highlight video. Wow.
Y'all did all the help y'all can get.
Jamae, they need you. Jamae, they need you.
They will. I'd start fighting. I'd be suspended before the season started. Can't. Love to, but can't. They're a true church league because they only got a basketball team. That's how y'all know they serious.
Well, let me look at the men's basketball.
Ain't no way they won a game. Ain't no way.
No, so they just got like best game or something on. They 6-6.
Why did they play 6 more games than them?
I don't know when any of these schools. I mean, look at they played Xavier close. You know what I'm thinking about? I just thought about the fact Xavier. I'm pretty sure their girls basketball team don't even have enough girls to play right now.
Well, they took the time out their day to whoop on this Christian college. They said we got enough players today.
No, like I need to look that up because I'm pretty sure they don't have. They had to like reschedule like 3 games because they didn't have enough people to play. I think it was Xavier. I hope I'm not lying on them.
Damn, they ain't posted their Gramblings State University game either. What happened to them?
Yeah, I gotta see the score for the men's game now. Hold on.
It was their day off. They off today. They'll post it tomorrow.
Yeah, I can see.
Is it a Christian holiday? No.
They made one up today.
Look,
Any reason to not post these stats?
Any reason to not?
Okay, I didn't lie. They did have to cancel like 2 games. All right.
It was not
They didn't.
God's will to post these stats for these Grambling games.
I mean, I understand.
So Gramblings men's team beat them, but they only won by 12.
So yeah, it's just their day off. They'll get to it
Dude,
on
what
Friday.
the hell is an Ozark?
I think it's in
That's a
Missouri.
TV show, ain't it?
It is a TV show.
That's what I was thinking of. But I know this is not the origin of his name.
I know it's a real. I'm pretty sure it's a real place.
I saw that they played against North America University. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Missouri, Joplin, Missouri.
Are you familiar with that place?
I mean, I know what it is.
But what is an Ozark?
A name taken from the Bible.
So
Is everybody who's about like what? Are they all?
So they only play. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand how they determine any of this actually. So they played against North American University, and I didn't know that was a thing. But also, it's in Stafford, Texas. Like, who decided that that's where North America University gets to be?
The most American place on earth.
Texas might really be the most American place of all. And it's crazy because they be trying to secede it like once every like decade, but they might be the
that
most.
doesn't even make sense because American University, I'm pretty sure, is in DC or like Northern Virginia.
Why is North American University in Texas?
They made that up. They wanted to
American University is in fact in DC.
Yeah, so like,
what's that other one called? What's the Texas one called?
North American University,
which is crazy.
I gotta find out what they study.
NAU. This is very funny to me.
What can I study at North American University?
They got a lot of options. You can go back to school.
Come on. Academics, undergraduate programs.
You gonna join the basketball team?
Oh, this kind of cool.
They might.
There's a lot of niggas on here. Hold on.
They might need you.
There was a lot of niggas on that. I almost said I think I'm too old to play college sports, but this nigga's like 31 that's still playing college sports right now. So
I mean, you got 4 years of eligibility. They ain't gonna stop you.
I could be
you
there.
can go be a
it ain't like they saying, "Oh, I'm finna go to the NBA."
Yeah, like you going to.
I just felt like playing college basketball.
So they have 4. You can only get 4 bachelor's degrees and 6 master's degrees. That's interesting.
They said if you want to be a teacher, no, they really only have 4. Do you want to be a teacher or a teacher?
Right.
This place do not look real. This is like a community episode.
Not you calling a Ponzi scheme, please.
Well, none of these people are real people. I don't even believe this.
Hey man, ESPN. For a long time, I had my ESPN notifications off. I cut them on to be more aware. But like, these motherfuckers be sending notifications
all day. Notifications for anything.
They will blow your phone up.
Like, why am I getting a notification about Pro Bowl rosters? I don't know them niggas. I don't even watch football. I do not know these people. You really about to enroll or something? Because you really deep into these people stuff.
I gotta see what's on their calendar.
They don't have no events for you to attend.
Your event is go to class, nigga.
Literally.
Damn, I can't do nothing.
No. You can get you an education degree,
Bro,
and you can go join the basketball team.
They got academic clubs. Why is that not included? I wonder what
They have like 3 clubs. Please.
I wonder what their mascot is.
Are they not the ambassadors?
They're the Stallions. I just saw it.
Oh, brother.
That's even funnier.
Okay. I've finished my research.
We understand that you will be joining them. We'll come to your games.
I'm finishing up at the University of Silence Creek,
Don the
otherwise
Stallion. Let's
known
go, man.
as. Hey, I will accept that nickname outside of New Orleans for that. You said it, not me.
Please.
The biggest person I know.
Okay. Get back to the hoops, man. Like, what?
Yeah, what?
Well, I'm lost. Jermaine, did you want to unveil your overrated players?
No, because it's only one. It's just only one person.
And you don't want to talk about it?
And I don't want to slander anybody. I don't want to slander anybody.
Oh, this is not a slander episode?
She might make it to the league, and
she might end up on your team.
No, she will not end up on my team. She will not end up on my team. We have enough. She might end up on your team though. You got good odds. She might become, you know what I'm saying? If she can be mentored by Asia Wilson. She could be a good role player.
You could not even get that out with confidence. I don't believe that at all, actually.
I mean,
you know how you watch somebody's game and it's just like you watch them just like you just feel like a college player. Like sometimes, like some players are just like that. Like that's not really slander. It kind of just is what it is. You know, it's like
that's how them.
You a real good college player.
That's how them big white boys that be in college basketball and they end up getting drafted in like the second round. It's like, damn, y'all was really big here.
What's the dude? Luka Garza. Wait, is Luka Garza still in the NBA? I'm sorry, Luka Garza. If you, but like he was that dude in college, and it's just like this is why men's college
Luka
basketball.
Garza is the Minnesota Timberwolves center.
Yeah, this is why men's college basketball don't have stars no more, because to be a star in college basketball, for the most part, unless you're just like an electrifying freshman, you got to be there for 3-4 years and like build that rapport. If you're doing that in men's college basketball, you're probably not that good.
The last white wire member was Frank Kaminsky.
Why does that name sound fake? Like, why does that sound fake? Is that a real person?
Yeah, Frank Kaminsky. He was on was it Wisconsin?
All I know is he beat an undefeated Kentucky team, and I know they was pissed. Like, it was who was it? It was Cat.
The team was and they lost to Frank Kaminsky and Sam Dekker.
Both of them names sound fake. I don't know them niggas. Sorry to Sam and Frank, but
well, Frank Kaminsky played for the Suns and some other teams, and I feel like Sam Dekker sells sandwiches.
They were both in the NBA, but neither of them were very good. Because
they beat probably the greatest college team ever, or like
wasn't it like Karl Anthony Towns and Devin Booker and
I'm about to look up this 39
it was a great
Kentucky roster.
It was a great
team.
team.
My God,
bro,
Frank was looking like that.
Frank Kaminsky really ruined their season. It was so nasty.
I'm saying that's why they shouldn't have did that one and done rule. They might have better teams. They could have been more
They
prepared.
would. They would. Like college basketball would be a lot better. And low key, I feel like there would be somewhat of an improvement as far as like player maturity in the NBA. Because it's like you got all these 19-year-olds coming in at the same time. And like do they even know how to get an apartment and all that? Like all of this is everything is new to them. Like they went from being assigned a dorm to being a millionaire. Like I'm sure
Literally
there's some
overnight.
yeah, like there's some adjusting, like there's some growth there that you got to do that you have not like you ain't been able to do that yet. So I feel like if they made players stay in college longer, there would be some growth in that. I mean, I know there's no perfect fix for anything, but that there would be some growth in that.
So that Kentucky team had Trey Lyles, Willie Cauley-Stein, Karl-Anthony Towns, the Harrison twins, Marcus Lee, DeCauley Johnson, Tyler Ulis, and Devin Booker. And they
Yeah,
lost
Devin Booker
to,
came off the bench, didn't he?
yes, he
I
played
think he
19
did.
minutes and he had 6 points and 3 fouls. Frank Kaminsky played 37 minutes. He had 20 points and 11 rebounds and 2 blocks. Sam Decker had 16 on 6 for 9 shooting with 3 rebounds.
They was cooking
Uh,
them nigga.
this nigga named Bronson Coing had 12. And a nigga named Nigel Hayes had 12 and 5.
Why do I feel like I know that name? I'm gonna
Willie
Google that.
Cauley-Stein played 33 minutes and had 2 points. And that should have been the sign that he was not going to be good in the league. That was the beginning of the end. The Harrison twins played fine. Karl-Anthony
Yeah,
Towns
I
played
remember
very
that.
well.
Yeah, I remember that Harrison twins because yeah, I knew some folks that were like big Kentucky basketball fans. So I knew some of I still wasn't watching college basketball for real. But I knew some of the players. I knew about that team because everybody was like, oh, can this team beat the Sixers? It's like you know how they do that thing every year. Every time a college team is good, it'd be like, could they beat the worst pro team? No. No, they could
No,
not.
that team has multiple uh, college All-Americans and whatnot on it. This is why they stink. So no, they could not beat them. Most of the niggas that you were trying to get to beat them will be an accountant in a year. Just let's hold our horses.
Right, to give it a second. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Women's college basketball is great. Men's college basketball is very funny because teams just be losing and they'll be like, "How did you lose this?" Or like, "What happened?"
No, what was that? Florida Atlantic? Not Florida. Fairleigh Dickinson?
Oh, yes,
Beating Purdue?
yes. Fairleigh Dickinson.
Zach, you will not fucking flourish because what were you doing? I know the whole state of Indiana was sad. Like the entire state. Everybody was like, y'all not for real right now.
What year was it where DeAndre Ayton team lost to like a 16 seed or something?
That was in 2018. Was it 18?
I think so. Whatever year he got drafted, I just know they were really good, and they lost. They were, I think, they were the first team ever.
Really
I think they were
good.
the first seed ever to lose to a 16 seed.
Yeah,
that's rough. Oh, that's rough.
But yeah, I mean, that was all on my agenda. If I don't know what else is on your agenda. Do y'all have any games y'all looking forward to anytime soon? I know y'all talked about UCLA versus USC Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Do y'all have any other?
Very exciting. Yeah, so the I mentioned Quinera Montague, the center for Mississippi State. She won. She was SEC Freshman of the Week. mostly because of her performance against Mississippi Valley State. So, I'm interested to see how she'll match up with somebody like Camila Cardoso. Like that's obviously uh, a tall ask for a freshman, but I'm interested to see how she handles it, how Mississippi State handles the South Carolina matchup. Just because, you know, obviously that's the number one team. You're not going to be expected to win, but with conference play, them underdog teams, they gonna give them top teams their best shot, and especially with a conference as competitive as the SEC. So I'm interested to see that.
Games that I want to see. I kind of hope TCU beats Baylor today. I kind of hope they do. I kind of hope they do. But games that I want to watch. Let's see who's playing this week. Pittsburgh. This is unrelated. Pittsburgh last year was completely ass. They were just losing everything. This year they're 6-8 right now, so they have improved. I don't think they're gonna do too well in conference play. They just lost by 50 to Virginia Tech, but they're not like 0-14. So congrats to them. Tomorrow Florida State plays North Carolina State. That should be fun. Who else? Duke and Louisville play tomorrow as well. Louisville is such an interesting team to me because I just feel like I always think they're gonna lose. And then somehow at the last second they just get it together. But I'm kind of praying on their downfall. So we'll see. But I think they could beat Duke. Duke has been kind of all over the place.
Also, I think it was today that NCAA March Madness put out their starting five of the week based on the performances last week. So, they had Kari Clark, the forward from Stony Brook, which I was surprised to see. Shout out to her. Aaliyah Edwards, from UConn, Tanaya Latson from Florida State, Alexis Markowski, from Nebraska, and Jalen Sherrod from Colorado. So that's interesting. Five. I I um I I love Tanaya Latson's game. Like I look forward to watching like clips of Florida State game. Like she's such an electrifying player to watch. So definitely one of my favorite
So
players.
fun.
I will jump on the Florida State bandwagon if Ohio State continues to disappoint me. So
You might need to just jump ship. Because Ohio State just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what's wrong with them, but like, first of all, I think part of it is Cody is like, she's just not playing smart basketball. They're not playing smart basketball. And two, they be playing like they don't have any like intensity. Why are you waiting to the second half to get serious? Like, let's come out of the gate and play some basketball. Like let's punch first. Maybe. Let's try that.
yeah,
Let's see if that work. And
yeah. Well,
then
what an urgency at. Like you got to see like teams are starting to, or people are starting to write y'all off. Like y'all were poised to make a deep playoff run last year. Y'all won the Big Ten. Like there has to be something.
something.
There has to be
Like something.
you got to come out with urgency. Like you're supposed to have something to prove.
It's like they just don't have like they just lost in the sauce. Like, I don't know. Oh, Baylor took the lead. But we never talked about freshmen that we liked. And obviously my favorite freshmen are Hannah, Hidalgo, and Notre Dame. Honestly, we need to give her a little bit more credit for she is literally putting Notre Dame on her back. And I'm tired. I need somebody else to do something. Something. Literally watching Notre Dame play Syracuse the other day. Shout out Daisha Fair. She's a hooper. Let's hope she gets drafted as well. But Hannah was like literally, I think Maddie Westbeld had a double-double or something. But when I would say the Syracuse post players was punking them, I was like, are y'all going to like maybe put an elbow up or like, you know, I mean, fight back. Like, what are you doing? Like, anytime a Notre Dame post player would get the ball, the Syracuse girl just like snatch it out of her hand. Like, what are we doing? This is not middle school basketball, okay? Stand up. Like, y'all stressing me. So Hannah, and then of course Malaysia. I love Malaysia. She's just so good. She's so good. And too, like you can see her like getting better each game. Like taking her defensive assignments more seriously, trying to make better passes. It's like watching players just develop over time is just so amazing. Her Samaya Nichols at Kansas. I need Kansas to get it together too. They're embarrassing me. I think they finna lose to Iowa State. And that's a little sad because Iowa State is run by youngins. Yeah, I need them to stand up. I need them to stand up for real. I need them to stand up. Who else do I like? Leo Scott's always very good too. The freshman from Syracuse, what's her name? Latham. What's her first name? I can't remember what her first name is right now. But she's pretty good too. Honestly, though, I think it goes back. I don't know if this was actually on the episode that we talked about, but like this freshman class across the board has been like so good. Like it's like kind of a deep class.
Yeah, there's been a lot of freshmen having a lot of impact in their first season. And I think that's good going forward, especially when you look at, the players that are coming out potentially this year. So you know that a lot of these programs are gonna have somebody to build on. Like South Carolina, having Malaysia, and I think Raven Johnson will be a junior next year. So they'll have like a foundation there, even with Cardoso leaving potentially. So yeah, that's interesting to see.
Let me see. I'm looking at this list of freshmen that ESPN posted a while ago. You got JuJu, of course, Michaela Williams, LSU, KK Arnold for UConn, Talia. Is it Samaya Nichols for Kansas?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sophia Bell, Malaysia, Sahara Williams for Oklahoma.
She holding them down too. Yep.
Hannah Zobrooks for NC State.
Zoe Brooks. Oh my God. I love her down.
Oh, it's Zoe?
Yeah, Zoe.
Okay.
Zoe Brooks?
I'd be confused when girls be named Zoe, but they don't have the Y.
She doesn't have a Y on them, but I'm pretty sure her name's Zoe. I love her.
I think it's Zoe.
She is so good. When she get her shooting together, you might want to get on the NC State bandwagon. I ain't gonna lie. They kind of I mean, I know they're like the number 3 seed or they're top 5 seed. They kind of a sleeper to me though. I don't know.
Honestly,
River Baldwin just woke up like, yeah. I if you want to switch teams, I switch to them. They're pretty good. They're pretty good.
if I lived closer to NC State, I would see them more often. They're just far from me. Jada Williams for Arizona.
I haven't watched Arizona play.
Addie Brown for Iowa State. Jaden Donovan for Duke. I know Jay mentioned her earlier. And Savia Sellers for Washington. I think, am I saying that right? Or is it Savia?
I don't think sure. That is.
But yeah, this is a very, and it's more freshmen, especially at places like HBCUs and all these other places. I think that's another thing I noticed, that like a lot of HBCUs are getting highlighted more often, which is very dope. It's, I think we're being shown that and I think that's something that a lot of like players prominently in these spaces we're trying to highlight. It's like, if you ball out at an HBCU, like, people will see you. It doesn't really, you don't have to play at these top colleges to be noticed. Like, if you are like that, you will get noticed no matter where you go. So it's been very nice to see those places get put in the forefront in certain spaces.
Yeah. If you hooping for real, they like the big programs, they'll find you, or the pro teams, they watching. Like, even if you feel like, oh, I don't know if because even when it comes to like high school basketball, it's just like, it doesn't matter what school you go to. It's like, folks be spending all this money putting their kids in AAU programs. If you hooping for real, somebody gonna see you. Like, it's always been that way.
No, usually per episode we talk a little bit about the men's in the NBA. I think the Pacers might beat the Bucks again. I think y'all actually might beat OKC today. Y'all are up by 10.
Don't talk about it.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't trust them. I don't trust them. It don't matter what the score is. It don't matter what quarter it is. I just be like, yeah, we're gonna see.
The Raptors are beating the Grizzlies by 17 at the moment, going into the half. Or leaving the half. Dallas is beating the Trailblazers by 16 at the moment. The Bulls beating the Knicks. The Clippers.
I know what we gotta talk about.
Scoop.
No. I think he's doing very good right now.
They tried to call this man a bust at like 2 weeks in, and it's like
17 or something.
He's like 19.
To stop doing this. We got to stop doing this. We do this whenever a guard either gets drafted or gets traded. Like, it's always like you have a few bad games. It's like, oh, this not gonna work. It's just like, you don't, and it's like this obsession with everybody wanting to be right. You do not have to, like, you don't have to jump out the window to get a takeoff. You don't. ESPN is not paying you $1 billion. Like, you don't have to be right. Okay. You don't have to be like, nah, I don't see it with this guy. And it's just like, let's just calm down. This is basketball. And especially for young guards, the learning curve for guards is so much bigger, because you're learning how to run an offense at a level where the game is quite literally much faster than what you were playing before. So there's going to be some growing pains in that. So we don't have to do this, especially with rookies. We don't.
I see takes from weeks being like, Scooter's a bust, and I'm like, damn, has he been in the league that long? I swear he just got drafted like 2 months
Like, do
ago.
y'all know what a bust is? Like, y'all are saying the man's career isn't gonna pan out, and he's played like 8 games. Like, damn, y'all straight. Just give me a minute.
Damn, y'all strict is always funny. So the Wizards today scored 101 points. I would like us to guess how much they lost by.
They lost. What?
They
I
played
should have known
for
because
reference. They played the Cavs.
they scored 101. How much
How
did they
much?
lose by?
Yeah.
17.
Nope.
I'm gonna say 24.
Nope.
How much did they lose by?
Do you want to take one more guess?
Is it
No, I
more
don't.
or less?
It's more than what
Come
both of y'all
on, man.
said.
No. Honestly, no. Kyle Kuzma is really the funniest nigga alive. What did he say? He got quoted a tweet about the Pistons, and somebody was like, "Y'all are right about
He was really like pot calling the kettle. He said, just don't be the team that loses. And it's like, nigga, people feel like that about y'all.
Like, you guys can stink. Please be serious right now."
But the Wizards scored 101 points today, and they lost by 39.
To the Cavs without Darius Garland, without Evan Mobley. That's embarrassing.
The grand agenda is one.
Maybe they just need a star like Jalen Green. I'm sorry. I
It's so crazy how, like, again, this is I think I've mentioned this before, but like this is why when I argue with people about basketball and they be like, well, such and such player who played against him said this. I don't care what that nigga said, to be completely honest with you, because these niggas don't know what they talk about at all. Like, I just don't see they played against these niggas and don't be knowing what's going on. Like, what are we and like people be playing
and
against Kobe. People be playing against Kobe and be playing he the best player ever. Y'all guys, I'm sorry. It's just like I don't care what you've seen personally. I also seen it. I watched it from a different point of view than you. But I know you don't know what you're talking about. With Jalen Green, and I really like Jalen Green, but
yeah,
Jalen Green
I like him a
is
lot.
there's so much of a gap between what Ant is and what Jalen Green is. It's like how did he even get these two people and be like, yeah, the Knicks need like if he would have been like Ant and Jamal Murray, I might have been like, I guess. But Ant and Jalen Green, what are we doing?
I almost I really want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I was just like, maybe he meant somebody else. Like, and I really like Jalen Green. Um, I think I think he's kind of in the needs a different context. Um, he's in that realm right now. I feel like um what the vision that Houston has, I think he's gonna have to play somewhere else to, you know, be fully integrated. I just think he needs a different context. I won't even say better context, just a different one. But you cannot call him a superstar. Like I was like it has to be a Freudian slip of some sort. Like there's no way. There's no way that's what he meant.
If it wasn't Gilbert, I would believe it. But I know he meant that shit. I don't would you consider Ant a superstar? Like
No, but at least he's on a superstar trajectory. Like he's he's the lead offensive option a a 1 seed. I won't call them a contender yet, but they appear to be, getting there. Like I would at least give him that. But Jalen Green is like he's like the Rockets' third best player, maybe. I just I just don't see that.
Yes.
Talk anyway because I feel like he always saying something crazy, but like, and the same is about the. I mean, and the same is about the Knicks after they do the trade for OG. With like, I feel like he's supposed to be a star.
OG Anunoby
Oh
is never been anywhere close to.
no. I do think though, to his credit, um, I do think he is one of the best. He's one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA, and I know that that's what the Knicks are looking for. Also, I remember in the offseason, they were saying that the Raptors were asking for like 3 first-round picks for OG Anunoby in a trade, and I thought that was ridiculous. So I guess relative to that, what the Knicks traded to get him is relatively reasonable because 3 first-round picks would have been crazy.
The thing that's crazy to
But
me, though, I wonder how it feels to be a player. Like, you were projected to be traded for this, and then you end up going for RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly. It's like, what happened? Where did my trade
is
value go?
yeah. Well, they also got the Pistons 2nd-round pick, which is basically a 1st-round pick. So
Feel bad for the boys.
Get into it. Like what?
But yeah, OG Anunoby is basically like a muted Michael Bridges. So it's like,
he
yeah,
he is a similar player to Mikal Bridges. Yeah.
yeah.
He's I would say he's a lower usage offensive player, but like that could just be context related because
No, but
they
here's the
really
thing.
like
This
the
was
Raptors really wouldn't pass it to him unless it was in the corner.
the thing. This is the thing that was making me mad about Michael Bridges before he went to the Nets. He's definitely gotten better at this since he's been there. But there were times, no matter who was in that lineup, Michael Bridges was scoring 15 points. and Devin Booker could be there. Chris Paul could be there. DeAndre Ayton could be there. It could just be DeAndre Ayton and Devin Booker. It could just be Chris Paul and him. It don't matter. That nigga's having 15 points at the end of the game. It's like, bro, when do you decide you gonna go get a bucket? Like, how do
It's
you
just like,
only
bro,
when they niggas need you? The whole team out. You have not missed a game in 4 years. Go get a buck. So, and OG is kind of like he was kind of the same way, but again, the Raptors kind of just forced him in that corner and said, "Fend for yourself."
yeah.
So we'll see how the Knicks do. But I know Tibbs is about to have that man take an ice bath every day because he is not letting him rest. He sees Luau Dang in him, and I hope he is prepared.
Well, he did play for Nick Nurse, so I feel like that's the best warm up for Tom Thibodeau you could get playing for Nick Nurse. Because Nick Nurse, the Raptors playing like an 8-man rotation all season. It was just like, yo, it is not game 7. You do not have to go that hard. Like, we don't even know who y'all end of the bench guys are. Like,
And this is
it is
this is
okay.
why Philly fake because they playing 8-man rotations right now. And they not playing nobody. And I think their record is mid when they play a team above 500. I don't believe in that. I just don't. I can't believe in that right now. Niggas talking to me about Tyrese Maxey. I don't. I don't believe in that right now. I'm sorry to tell you, I can't. Embiid is having an amazing season. We will see in April,
That 50 ball by Tyrese didn't move you?
bro. No,
It moved
and
me a
I
little
really
bit.
like Tyrese. I really like Tyrese
It
Maxey.
moved me a little bit.
But I don't know, bro. I just it moved me because I like him. But on the grand scheme of things, when that ball is checked, it's like, am I really concerned? Is this
Yeah, I kind of feel that.
the Sixers have done too many bozo things for me to look at that and be like they turned the corner because they turn the corner every year.
Yeah, I do I think Embiid is playing even better now than he was last year when he
Oh,
won the
absolutely.
MVP.
This is
Yeah,
his best season.
but yeah, at some point you turn the corner. I don't know when it'll be. For their sake, it probably should be this year, especially since you went ahead and went through with the James Harden trade to kind of say, no, we like what we got. So for their sake, I hope they can get it this year.
That's so funny to me. I heard on the podcast P that the Clippers were doing better with James Harden.
They are. I'm so see that's the thing. So when James Harden first got to the Clippers and they were losing, everybody was like, "See, I told y'all this wasn't gonna work," and I'm just like, guys, you're incorporating a new primary on ball creator into an offense. He has to learn the offense. Like I know James Harden is not likable. I know that he flops and baits the ref and all of that. But like again, this is not first take. You do not have to rush to be like, I told y'all this wasn't gonna work. They're gonna be a first round exit. It was just like, let's just reel it in, guys. Let's just reel it in. We don't have to do that.
It's very hard for me to give the Clippers credit just because historically how they do and historically how James Harden does. And also I can still have Marcus Smart if it wasn't for them. But they do look really good. Um, it's really fucking for like the time being though, because they really like I don't know. I can't believe Marcus Smart has to be subjected to Memphis and their shenanigans because the niggas would not take Michael Brogdon. Um, but yeah, this is the Clippers do look absolutely wonderful right now. Like this is the best they've looked since Kawhi and Paul George got there.
For sure. For sure.
Niggas are healthy. Niggas are like honestly, if they won a championship, I would not be mad in the slightest. Like I would celebrate in the streets with them. Russell Westbrook getting his ring, Paul George getting one, Kawhi getting another. I'm gonna mentally block out that James Harden would now have one, but all the other people getting one would be very nice.
Yeah, I'd be cool with a Clippers championship. I also like James Harden, partially because he's left-handed, and I do kind of just like I do root a little harder for left-handed players. So I can admit that. That's why I need Ben Simmons to get it together because it's a tough season for lefties. Like James Harden, Ben Simmons, and Zion Williamson are all left-handed, and we are going through it. Like I need, I need,
Is Ben
I
Simmons
need, I need,
okay?
I need my brothers to get it together. I need them to get it together because this was supposed to be the year that we was thriving, and we got to get there because we ain't there yet.
Is Ben Simmons okay?
I hope so. I know that he's still injured. I know he's still out.
I need Ben Simmons to do good just for my own personal agenda. I have always been a Ben Simmons fan. Um, but I just need him to get it together. I just for
I
one season. Like just do like really well. So when niggas be like, when they calling him trash, I could be like, okay, but in 2024 he did blah blah blah, and then I'm gonna just say but 2024 like over and over. So I just need him to just get it together, but I just need a stretch.
I
Just
really like Ben Simmons, and I really think the only thing that has ever held him back is his unwillingness to shoot. But at the same time, like he is a wonderful player. Like when he's feeling good and all of the stuff, that nigga is crazy. So, it hurt me when I used to have to slander him when he played for Philly because I never wanted to, but at the same time, he was an op, so it had to be done. But yeah, like that nigga is when that nigga on, that nigga is great. Oh, also as far as left-handed players, you do have De'Aaron Fox.
Dude, it's a couple good lefties. De'Aaron
Wait,
Fox,
you have De'Aaron
Jalen
Fox?
Brunson. Yeah,
You
Jalen
have
Brunson.
SGA?
Shay is
He's
left-handed.
left-handed.
I'm looking at his list, and it says he's left-handed.
I'm hollering. I'm looking at me
I might be
Googling.
tripping that. I might be tripping.
Best
Maybe.
current
So
left-handed
yeah,
player.
this says James Harden, De'Aaron Fox, Jalen Brunson, SGA, Zion
Jalen
Williams,
Brunson, you're 1A. You got your
Sabonis,
Yeah, Sabonis. Julius Randle is also
Big
left-handed.
D'Lo,
Yes, D'Angelo Russell is
Mike
left-handed though.
Conley, RJ Barrett, Kelly
Yes.
Oubre. He shall
We
not be
gonna
named.
all right, so
Ben
we're gonna skip
Simmons.
that nigga.
There's two he who shall not be named, I'm pretty sure.
No, I don't see the other one.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's two. But yeah.
Thaddeus Young still plays basketball.
Um Plays might be a stretch. Um he
He
might
is he is employed.
yeah, he might still be on a roster. I don't know if he is he on a roster though?
It said he played for the Raptors.
Oh, yeah, he is. I completely forgot.
It's funny
Like he's played for
because
them. Like he's played for them this year.
it's funny because I know they're making fun of Chuck for losing them who he played for games, but I'd be losing the hell out of those. Like I know if I was on there, I would also not do well at all because I'd be getting them
See,
shits wrong every
I'm
time.
usually pretty good. I'm usually pretty good because I try to keep up with be keeping up for the most part. For the most part. But yeah, there's a couple here and there that I might struggle with. But I don't get paid to cover the NBA. Them niggas need to be ashamed because those
I
are
will
those are
I will
those
say
are
this.
NBA those are NBA Hall of Famers. They get paid by a network to cover the NBA. You got to know what it is.
I will say this. Charles Barkley is the only nigga I respect that does not engage in the sport, that talks about the sport. And it's because he's hilarious. He's the only nigga that gets a pass from me.
No,
Shaq needs to know better. And Kenny's usually pretty good.
Yeah, Kenny
But
Smith is usually
that show would not be the same if Charles didn't exist. So I am perfectly fine with him not knowing anything. Like
that is insane. Like they literally are like the prime time, and none of them niggas ever know anything. Like when do y'all be
Ernie and Kenny are usually very good. Honestly, Shaq is fine unless you're talking about a big man. If you start giving a big man props, it's raps.
yeah, he started hating.
That nigga just was talking about Chet. Like, if a big man ain't average 20 and 10 and won a ring, please do not say nothing to Shaq about it.
That's a bum. I would have clipped
literally?
him. Like,
Also, the Bucks are about to lose to the Pacers. They stink.
the Pacers, funny enough, like since the in-season tournament, the Pacers kind of dipped a little bit.
And
And
they get him back right because they done beat the Bucks twice in a row because they can't guard us. So I know he can't guard Tyrese.
but Tyrese Halliburton can't guard us either.
And it's crazy because
Oh, what cracked me up, absolutely cracked me up was when they played when the Pacers played the Bucks and Holly did the Dame time shit and they asked Damian Lillard about it and that nigga was like his time gonna come, like he gonna recognize. I'm like, buddy, take your L. Take your L, because he ate you up with that one little thing. Like
sassy man apocalypse.
Yeah,
That shit was funny.
they feelings was hurt. It's okay though. Like, yeah,
But
it's
everybody,
okay.
everybody get their feelings hurt sometimes.
Yeah,
Usually, if you
yeah.
play long enough, you done said something in the press that's kind of corny. I can't be mad at it.
This is what I said. Niggas need to get back to the hoops. He was supposed to go back and cook him. Them niggas don't play no defense, no way. So
And when I tell
Exactly.
you Dame
Exactly.
has
This
not cooked him since they played, he has
like
tried.
y'all need to be going out there scoring 150 on them boys because they will let you. I promise they will let you.
literally every time I look at a Pacers score, it's always like 136 to 129. Oh, are niggas doing anything? Are we stopping the ball? Like what are we doing? What are we doing?
The
Tyrese has
Pacers
put
like
up 26 and 11 and 31 and 12 on Dame head in back-to-back games. I
yeah,
know I know Dame hate him.
Holly time, like wrap it up, man. Wrap it up.
I know Dame hate him. Because the game on Monday, Dame only had 13 points. Pacers are one of the worst defensive teams I've ever seen. I don't know
yes,
how.
yes,
I know
ever.
we was just talking about shooting percentages and not all that, but the Pacers legitimately let anybody score. I don't know how he shot 3 for 16. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Field goal percentage is overrated, but that's like in a vacuum. Like there are some situations where
You.
it's just like, all right, now. Well, it's just like, all right, now. you you got to give me more than that. You got to give me more than that.
The vacuum.
Well, he shot 3 for 16 on Monday, and he is shooting 6 for 18 today
That's
against the
nasty.
Pacers of all teams.
That's just nasty.
Shooting bad against the Pacers is crazy.
Yeah, you can't have back-to-back bad shooting nights. Like that.
Dame will be in the studio instead of that All-Star game court. I'll tell you that much. I hope we're getting a Dame album sooner than later. He's gonna have time. He will have free time.
They said Tyrese just yelled, "Get him out of here." Okay.
Oh, wait. Ain't the Pacers wasn't that the team when Giannis had like 64 and he got mad
And
about the
he
game
took the
ball?
game ball to get to the fucking. That is so funny to me. But when I was listening to a podcast, P, they was talking about that, and they were like, "Do you think they asked Paul George if he thought that he, if Giannis should have got the ball?" And PG was like, "Sucks what's up, man. Like that rookie never getting that moment back. He can score another 64." I was
Like, bro,
hollering.
you could drop 60 again. Like you can
Like
top 60.
he said, just
Like
get
you
him.
only like nah, what was funny to me in the press conference, Giannis was like, this not the right ball. What?
Oh my god. Oh, that's so funny to me.
Bless your heart.
This is hard. This is hard.
But yeah, if that's everything on the agenda for y'all, that's everything on the agenda for me. I know Jamae got a bedtime for the new year. I'm very proud of her.
It's
You all,
literally like I'm literally fighting for my life. Um, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We'll go to bed early one day. It's gonna happen.
we're proud of you. We support you.
It's
Me and
gonna
Jay are
happen.
For
here to
sure.
support you.
It's gonna happen.
I hope you you can redo your meal to your appropriate conditions.
It's fine. It's fine, everyone. We will not be using that meal again. Rip to
Mayonnaise
the
and shrimp do not go together.
rip to the fucking like. I use 2 bags of shrimp too. That's why I'm
Oh
fucking
no.
mad. Y'all know
No,
shrimp
you
is like
gotta
$7.
yeah, yeah, you gotta run that back. You gotta run that back. It's like you know how you be like, I'm not finna let this beat me. Like that's how you gotta be. That's how you gotta
Hey,
be.
you really do got a lot back in.
Oh no, oh my mom, I'm finna put that shit in a Tupperware container, and tomorrow we gonna figure that bitch out because I cannot waste no fucking shrimp like that. I just can't do it. I'm gonna look some shit up because yeah, I can't take that L like that. I can't. Yeah.
Get it back in blood. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That has been another episode of Pull Up 3. I am Paragon Don.
I'm Jamae.
I'm Jay Trent.
And we appreciate y'all. We will see y'all. We will try to do this every Wednesday so we can put the episodes out by the next Wednesday, if not sooner. So yeah, we see y'all.